So for today's video, it's gonna be my name tag challenge reveal, and the thing about my person is her name is Sue. She's got 3 letters in her name, and so hopefully that'll make it nice and easy. And she likes dogs, she likes to read, and her favorite color is teal, which guess who else's favorite color is teal? So obviously I've got some Kona scraps in that color. And so let's see what comes together to make this fun, fabulous name tag. I'm planning on using a foundation paper piecing pattern to make this name tag because that is my known way of piecing. I don't have an embroidery machine. My Janome over here doesn't have an alphabet in it. My long arm doesn't have an alphabet, and that would be really aggressive to load a name tag onto my long arm. So we're gonna paper piece because that's how I do. So let's get to work on this fun little name tag for my guild challenge. So here are what we're working with for this name tag. So her favorite color is teal. I found this leftover from a quilt bag. It's a Kona, so that's gonna work well. She likes dogs, so this is gonna be what goes around her letters. And then she likes books and reading, so this is gonna be the back of the name tag and possibly the binding. So it'll look like a nice little stripey. And these are the letters. So her name's Sue. So yes, they are backwards because if you haven't paper pieced before, I'm going to sew to the paper, so when it sews, it's going to be reversed. So you'll see the end result on this side, but this is my pattern that I'm following on this side. So wherever the C's are, that's going to be the teal, and the B's are going to be the white, and we're going to hope for the best. So as you can see, I'm kind of just working my way through my numbers. So I started with 1 and then sewed piece 2 on, and then pressed that, and then I sewed piece 3 on. So then I'm just going to work my way through. So this one, S, is a little different than the other 2. S is like a normal traditional paper piece pattern where you have your different sections, and then you're going to sew those sections together once they're complete. So S has these 3 parts so that you can get that curve shape. Other than that, U and E are all on the one block. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and keep going with these, and then I will come back when it's time to trim them all up, because that's what I'm going to do. And then sew these 3 pieces together, and then sew all 3 letters together. So I've got all my letter pieces, my 2 complete letters, and then my 3 bits that make the S. So what I'm going to do is use this line to trim up, and then sew these together, and sew these together. right, so this name tag is done. I forgot to record a couple steps of the, like, how I finished it. It's a little ridiculous, but it's kind of awesome. So I did my binding around the edge the same way that I do my quilts, where I sew it to the back, bring it over to the front, and then top stitch it. And then I did the magnet. I was gonna do it kind of tucked inside, but then I messed up and didn't give myself enough space to then put the magnet inside and then bind it without my needle hitting it. So I'll show you that in a sec. But this pattern, I'll link it in the description. It's, I can't remember the designer right off the top of my head right now, but they're the same letters I used on my Unity quilt. Same designer, super great paper piecing, really easy to follow. They're 3-inch letters, and I was like, okay, 3 inches, so it's 3 inches each letter. There's 3 letters, that's not too bad. 9 inches is pretty big, because this is 9 inches. This is a very large name tag, so I love how it turned out. I have just accepted that it is really big. And so I kind of made 2 options in the end. They requested a magnet, which I did put on the back. I'll show you that in a sec, but I went and bought a lanyard as well, just in case this felt a little too aggressive to wear, like right here. Like my husband was like, yeah, it's like the back of a jersey. So, I mean, I guess she could wear it on her back so people behind can see it. Like, you'll be able to see across the room that her name is Sue. So, there you have it. But look how cute they turned out, like 3 little letters. So now it does make me second guess making my name with these letters, because 5 letters at 3 inches would absolutely be all the way across. So that's not quite gonna happen, but I think this turned out really great. If I had somebody with more letters, I don't know what I would have done, honestly. I would have had to shrink these letters, I'm guessing, or maybe find alphabet letters and like fussy cut. I don't know. So let me show you the back and how I did the magnet. So here it is here. So as you can see right now, I've got the lanyard kind of clipped in there. So I bought these magnets on Amazon because that was my plan, was I was gonna make my partner's, mine, and then have a spare, but here we are. So what I did is I cut out this same fabric. It was actually a piece left over from the binding, and I just made it a little tube and then flipped it right side. So I sewed it wrong sides together, then flipped it right side out. And then I tucked in one of the edges, and then I sewed it in there. So I sewed the ends, and then I hand sewed the little casing onto the back of this because I didn't want to have stitching come through to the front. My original plan was that I would just like drop it inside here, but I think this space is much smaller, or been really close, and would have played fast and loose trying to get my needle through there without hitting the magnet, and I don't like broken needles. So other than that, so it's in there, and then this just magnets right on there. And so should she choose to not wear it bold on her shirt lapel or on her jacket or whatever, I just took this and put a little magnet there, and then she could wear it around her neck. So there we have it, and a little bit of all her stuff. She likes teal, she likes dogs, so there's little paw prints, she likes books and reading, and then it's the same fabric on the back. And then as you can see, I did find a dog lanyard on Amazon because I was like, if I'm gonna oops this much, I'm gonna at least make that coordinate and cutesy as well. So there is that letters and a successful guild meeting after all. So here is my name tag that I received from the swap. It's got my name on it there, a little bright kitty cat, and then a pin and some teal floral on the back. So now I have my own name tag to wear to guild meetings. So my person wasn't there today, so it'll be held until she's back, but it's done, and I look forward to seeing what other challenges and swaps our guild has next time.